Upon approaching the hotel, you have two choices. Go to the left or go to the right. Both will take you to parking locations, but up front you have access to a little hangover that allow you to keep your stuff dry while you unload when you first arrive at the hotel. Here we can see the front entrance. As we approach, you'll notice automatic doors. To the left, you will see a check-in station. This is where you're going to arrive and give your information. There's a little food station here, so if you need stuff after hours, you can always purchase it. There we can see over to the right, there is a lounge area, some nice seating. After that, you see tables. This is for your breakfast stay, so there are places to eat on the left and the right. I was filming this during not breakfast time, so you don't see any of the actual foodstuffs out. Over here to the right, you see a little business station. And then here, you can see the actual breakfast hours. Feel free to pause that if you want to know when they are. But there is a decent amount of food that you can get here, which I greatly appreciate, and a lot of hot options that are constantly rotated. Moving on past this, we're going to see the bar area. So this is later in the evenings. You could come here, get a few drinks, hang out. You can also hang out here in the mornings too, if you're just looking for style seating where you're just two people staring at each other. Over here, this is the patio area. This is a great place to hang out, especially at night. They do light the fireplace, at least when I was here in June. They did light it later in the evening, which was very nice. There's a lot of seating, but around that fireplace is the way to be because you can see that's where the plush seating is, but you can see all the fancy pavers. It was a great place to hang out, and it was utilized quite a lot while we were here, and quite frankly, coming in the middle of the day is the time to do these types of filmings. You can see there is a bit of a privacy wall between this area and the pool area, but there is a fence that interconnects the two. So if you want to move from the lounge area over to the pool area, you can do that. Coming back inside, we're going to walk again towards the main dining area, and to the right will be the check-in station. But we're going to go down the hall here where you have several TVs, which I'm going to stare at the floor because I didn't want people thinking I was filming them. It's a pet peeve of mine when I see people do it, so I try and keep people out of my videos. So that was the floor and what it looks like. Over to the right here, we have the workout or exercise room. Here you could get a sneak peek as to what is actually in here. Surprisingly, there were actually a lot of people using this while we were here, but I guess considering where we were, you might want to exercise. After people vacated, I entered the pool area. Here you can see it's not that deep. It's about 5 feet at most, but there's a lot of seating, especially over here in the shade. You can see that interconnection between the lounge area and the pool area. Over here to the left, there actually is a spot where you can kind of rinse yourself off, as well as bathrooms that you have access to. Coming back to the front of the hotel, we're going to take a stroll down the left side of the hotel because this is how I accessed my room. Over to the right, there's a door. You can go straight up by the elevators, or you can continue walking further into the back of the hotel, and that's where the majority of the parking is going to be, as well as some farmland, which I found interesting that there was farmland so close to the hotel, but also the highway. That was the door to the pool if you wanted to access that without having to go through the hotel itself. And this is me just kind of meandering and showing you some of the scenery that you can get here. And when I said, here's what it looks like from the room I had, as well as here, the cows that were visible. I have no idea why. But that was just a quick look around the interior and some of the exterior of the Springhill Suites Marriott. If you're looking to stay in Land O'Lakes, Florida, would recommend checking it out.